Governor Jeb Bush served as the 43rd governor of the state of Florida from 1999 to 2007.
Governor, is America doing enough now to prevent another major terrorist attack on U.S. soil? And what security steps are we failing to take?
Well, I think we've let our guard down a little bit. It's typical. It happens when you have an attack on our country, like happened in 9/11. We united, we responded, we created, I think, a security apparatus that kept us safe. And over time now, concerns about civil liberties and other things have come into the forefront. And I think we need to reinvigorate this. I think Senator Graham is absolutely right. This is a war against Western civilization. These are barbarians. As ISIS stays totally in a caliphate, literally the size of Indiana, in two countries, doing nothing gives them the chance to be able to send tweets out, 100,000 a day apparently, to recruit people here in our own country. And so we have a security threat that is real, and that we need to do what we should be doing, which is a strategy to take them out. And protecting the homeland is the first duty of the President of the United States.
Governor, President Obama recently referred to ISIS as the JV team.
He did.
I think arguably now we'd all agree they've graduated to a varsity threat. What would your plan be to defeat them? And if your generals told you that in a month or so, ground and air troops and special forces in Syria could significantly cut down ISIS strongholds, would you give the order?
I would take the advice of the military very seriously. We need a strategy first. This president has, for two times, has admitted that we don't have a strategy as it relates to ISIS. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, I think we need special forces. The idea of boots on the ground, I'm not sure that's necessary, but special forces, embedding our troops and our trainers with the Syrian Free Army, training them at a much faster rate. We've spent $500 million to have 60 people ready to go. I mean, this is absurd. If this is a serious effort, then we need to treat it seriously. And so, engaging in the world, creating alliances with our traditional Arab nations that see this threat directly, supporting it with air power and military power, and creating a strategy and sticking with it. The final thing I'd say is that there needs to be a political element of this as well. If the United States isn't trusted because no one has a sense that we're going to be around, then it's really hard to engage with the Turks, the Jordanians, the Emiratis, the Saudis. They're not going to make the commitment.
Governor, you said to me behind stage when we met that you started today in California.
Yeah.
It's a big country, hard job running for president. You've been out of office for quite a while, and even your colleague Senator Rubio speaks highly of your time as Florida governor. What compelled you to run?
I think we can grow our economy at 4% instead of this anemic 2%.
You think we can get to 4%
absolutely.
GDP?
Yeah, and the fact that Paul Krugman disagrees with me warms my heart. The fact is we can grow at that rate. It will require fixing a few really big complex things. The tax code, how we regulate, embracing the energy revolution with a North American strategy that will allow for high-wage jobs to be created in our own country, and fixing entitlements, along with moving from a broken legal immigration system to an economic driver. All those things could allow us to grow at a faster rate. It allows us to solve our entitlement challenges and many other things. And in order to grow at that rate, we also need a secure world. I think I have the leadership skills based on my record to do that. We cut taxes totaling $19 billion, reduced the state government workforce by 13,000, 11%. We were one of 2 states to go to AAA bond rating during my time. I left as governor with a $9 billion reserve for a rainy day for the next guy, and we created 1.3 million jobs during my time. Small businesses, more jobs, more small businesses were created in Florida during those 8 years.
Real quickly, on legal immigration, does the illegal immigration problem a crisis? Should that affect the number of folks we let in legally?
I think we need to narrow the number of people coming by family petitioning.
So you'd cut it down some?
I would cut it down to spouse and minor children instead of adult siblings and adult parents.
We'll come back to it in the next round. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.